Hey YouTube, it's me Tasha C, and I told y'all, if I know this is a little plug, but if you watch my season whatever the hell Beverly Hills, Real Housewives Beverly Hills Housewives, the season premiere episode 1, I told y'all I was going to review this fuckery. It's disclaimer. I know they bring it, I don't curse and preach shit about LA, but I'm sorry. The rest of these videos will have cursing in it, because this is some pure fuckery, okay? And since we're dealing with I am rich, not rich, I told y'all, if y'all watch my Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, that I was bringing back the Tiara, my dime zins with a Z. As you can see, having my best, and I have big money, just like these people, okay? In my lovely glass of pure Hawaiian punch, okay? So we're about to sit here and get to this fuckery of a show, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Now, this is apparently, I don't know, are they the ATL? I do not know the location, okay? I was distracted by the intro. Now, this is supposed to be a blended family that, is a combination of Brady Bunch / move on up type of situation where they are rich, and you got, the husband got kids, the wife got kids. I know the wife's name is Jewel. I forgot the husband's name. And you got a couple kids. They saying this on introduction. If y'all seen the preview for this, y'all seen it a couple times, right? And I remember the girl who has the cute, like curly, the curly hair. She's talking and she's referring to herself as like, I'm one of those kids. I just go out regular 9 to 5, and I'm like when you go to your yard sale and it's that old hat that you had at least about almost 10 years ago, like 2004, a hat in the back and stuff like that's collecting dust. You keep trying to resell the hat, but nobody wants the hat, or some damn metaphor she was comparing pieces. So we're gonna deal with this fuckery now. I'm trying to avoid because I don't want to put the Lord's name and cursing into the same thing. But let me tell you this. You got the over-the-top mom, okay, that's sitting here. I'm surprised her ass was not wearing a damn tiara like my ass is doing for y'all entertainment right now. Because she's giving me, oh, the Lord has blessed us with all the blessings in the world. And he was called. He gave me the calling and says, Joe, you're supposed to be rich, okay? You're supposed to be rich beyond your wildest dreams and have the best of everything, okay? Deep thread count sheets, okay? Pure as silk. They made sure they got extra silkworms for my stuff, okay? Okay, so she up here, they got some private planes. She gotta brag about, I guess her sister, the one that's like, okay, my sister's over the top. I think her name is Joyce or something. Because her sister got a confessional too, and she's up here saying like, you know what, my sister always been on top, but she gotta tell, Drew has to tell us flat out that I only do private jets. This half up went from. Some people's already extreme. We gonna talk about first class. Now, first class is already, damn near like, private college tuition as is, just going there, just a flight in and a round trip. But this have I only do private jets and shit. She all bragging about, oh, it's got a potty. You can put hot plates on here. So you even got deep fries on there. Ooh, Lord. I'm just saying, this is how she is bring herself out to be about this. So, there's a blessing with the rich, but there are rich people who have a humbleness about themselves, and we just see this mess, okay? So anyway, he got to remind us he got 7 cars in a 3-level house, but he feels like with all his kids, it's still not enough room, even though that is a big ass house. But I do want to point out, now, one of the daughters that stood out, I forgot to name the other daughter. I mean, Brooklyn happens to be the father's daughter, okay? And she, as we see in the beginning, she is 24 years old, and she has a 10-year-old, okay, named Diamond, okay? She what was explaining that the father admitted that when he was on the road and stuff like that, once he divorced, because he's been married, this is his 3rd marriage, and now he's trying to say, I will not divorce. This is the right one. And I think Jewel's been married one time as well, right? So, Brooklyn has, explained that once her dad had left, she kind of felt bad. She was taking care of her younger siblings, I think, which is Benji, and I think his other sister with the cute curls in her hair, that was comparing herself to the hat that can't be sold or whatever she done about the yard. So I think that's one of his too. So I don't think having children together is all just blended, So, I could kind of understand, and not no crazy fuck shit like that. But I'm also, we got blended families, but the difference is my parents. I'm the only child that my parents have together, and ironically, it's kind of the same thing. This is my dad's third marriage, okay, and this is my mom's second marriage. You see what I'm saying? But I'm the only child that my parents have together, okay. So I know about the blended families, but this is pure bullshit, okay. So um, Brooklyn, like I said, she was trying to say about she just got caught when she got her first boyfriend. Obviously, the baby had some low self esteem and stuff like that. I don't want to go my own situation stuff like that, but it's just that you get these teens, and I remember being in that not the pregnancy, but you know what I'm saying, as far as just like being situations, being a young kid, and you get lost and getting in the wrong words, you get in certain circumstances. In her case, this baby had a baby at the age of 14. And, like I said, she just got with the wrong crowd, whatever. Her father was too busy in the road and stuff, but didn't really take time to be around his kids, his biological children. And, he is worried. What I noticed the whole thing is this girl, Siren. I'm not trying to make up a name, but it's hard to pronounce because, that was the main focus, okay, was her and this guy, a young man who's, going to college and stuff like that, wherever the case is. And he's going to college and everything else, and he's my best friend. He's asking Dominique Pryor, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Now, I want to point this out for a reason, because here, the granddad is sitting up here, he got a grandbaby. He worried about, he met Jules' daughter when she was 3. She automatically say that, that was, she already called him dad. And I guess he was impressed and happy about that one, But, the thing is that you have to look at it this way. Now, I understand he worried that he don't want this little girl who's about to go on prom, who has a purity ring, so that just guarantees that she's still a virgin, right? But, as we see, what we have to realize is that he has he is already a granddaddy, okay? And you need to be careful, because the way these kids are now, our generation, I was an 80s baby, okay? So already our generation was already scattered all over the place, right? But it's even worse for anybody in the late 80s born, and especially in these 90s beyond. So, she better be worried about who's cutting that diamond, okay? That's the baby's name is Diamond, okay? So they need to make sure that even though this baby is 10, that he's already making sure to be there to protect her instead of just worrying about Cyrene and stuff, because he has a grandbaby, he's 10, and somehow, you got a boy, somebody, a little boy can get her ear and stuff. And sometimes we repeat patterns over and over again. So just because she's 10 don't mean you shouldn't already be talking and forcing her to be careful and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? He worried about her. You baby worried about is somebody trying to go and cut that diamond, okay? And hopefully the baby ain't in with that mess. But you have to think about it is, you shouldn't just be worried about Cyrene. You have a granddaughter. I mean, that's just my personal thing. Somebody, and then y'all notice that for him to talk about big house stuff like that, why is Brooklyn and the baby in the room, in the bedroom, bed together, like, either she got one bedroom or a studio apartment? I was just confused. Why is they in the bed together? Since he got all this room and shit, why is the baby in, the room with the mom, stuff like that in the same bed? I'm just saying, as much bragging as they have, like you got everything. I'm just saying, was wondering why in the room together. Okay, maybe it's just me, okay, but I did notice that. So, you got this upcoming, Brooklyn. I don't understand why the hell she wanted to do a marathon. It's not like she's been used to running or she's a jogger or anything. But out of nowhere, one of the important things, her goals of life, is to be in this damn marathon, okay? And I do believe her ass either just did it because it was something to do and try to get attention, because that's one of the main things she brings up. She keep comparing her trashing herself to the Cyrene situation, like how her dad seems to worry about Cyrene as opposed to her. That's one of the things I noticed throughout the episode, because I didn't get why the hell she was doing. Then, you got Brooklyn frying some chicken and shit or something like that. And I guess she bumps head with Benji, and that's the father's son. And he up there, I thought he was at least maybe 17, because his mentality seems to be very immature to be I think he's 3 years younger or something like that than Serena. But I mean, he's 21 and already married, and him and his wife are staying also in the Thornbirds or Thunderbirds. I don't know their last name. Thunders. It's something that started with a T. Damn it. So he's up here hanging off of the ledge of some, Benson hanging on the ledge, asking Brooklyn, "What's your password? What is your password? What is your password?" And did y'all notice that goddamn he had the nerve to have a damn tattoo called Wealthy? Do you mean in your spirit? I'm really confused here. Okay, I can understand loyalty, maybe even family and, love and life or something, but why do you have wealthy on there and shit? And, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you're trying to say I'm wealthy in spirit or I'm wealthy in humbleness, because I really want to know, because if you admit that you're staying with your wife and staying with your daddy to save money, then what the hell? And maybe he's trying to say, if I tattoo it, maybe I'll achieve it. I don't know, but I have a question mark with that. So he up here, jump on me. He gonna throw her iPad down, or his iPad, whoever the hell's iPad was, and then he jumping down the tree. But it's just like his immaturity level and shit like that. Okay, and like I said, Benji. But so I just don't understand why he got married. It just is amazing how he's talking about Brooklyn, but he has a lot of immaturity about him as well. Okay. And they getting ready to have some family party, and like I said, you got Jewel always has some modest big things or Hollywood and stuff like that over and over again, right? So they have like this little all white party and stuff like that, right? And did y'all notice? Just make a long story short. Did y'all notice now beforehand? Now they dealing with a broken toilet shit before that happened. Then when the party happened, did y'all see that goddamn charcoal Caucasian fucking barbecue they had? That wasn't even them damn barbecues. I'm like, what type of burnt ass chicken am I gonna serve to somebody? What type of meat was that? Did y'all know they had that on hell? Why? Who did? And they actually were trying to serve us. I would have sat there and edited it and told anybody, but they actually trying to serve some charcoal Caucasian chicken or some steak or something to somebody, because it was so burnt. I don't know what the fuck it was. Did y'all know what it was? Neither did I. Okay, so we did with some, Caucasian charcoal chicken and shit, and then the little girl is, she bragging about her eye candy and stuff, right? And this is the guy, like I said, I was saying earlier before, who's supposed to be potential date and stuff, right? So she's sitting up here, letting us know that the guy let us know that he wants to take her to prom and stuff like that. And like I said, Brooklyn has to keep reminding us and stuff like that, you better watch out, why is, like I said, it might, hopefully they go to counseling, but you can still tell that whatever affected Brooklyn or feeling like she's abandoned, she still looks like she's abandoned right now. You know what I mean? She's staying with her daddy and stuff like that or whatever, and maybe she obviously has semi-cool with Jewel and her, her rich and fabulousness and stuff, and and I am everything and rich, I'm rich bitch type mentality. It's still some abandonment issues, okay? And we can tell that because, she's comparing contrasting, you're a mommy now, you've been a mommy for a minute, but she's a very young mother still, you know what I mean? So, like I said, hopefully baby, gets God and see some counseling, because, it might be needed from possibly going, because I paused it right when they're talking about some sneak previews, because, things edit. So, the young man, whatever, to make a little shit, they try and play some cards, say, okay, next scene. So, oh my gosh. So, in between that, we got Jules sitting there with some goddamn mud paint and shit in her gotten in the mirror, and sitting here making some now she wants to be a billionaire. So this is her motivation in the morning. They were doing roll call, waking everybody up in the morning. That's how you find out Brooklyn and Diamond is, sharing the same bed and stuff. And everybody else say, got everybody else up or whatever. And here she's sitting here with her mud war paint on, talking about some, I will be a millionaire. I have gold and silver, and then I want more diamond and gold and silver, and I want a Porsche. No, I want 3 Porsches. I want to be able to travel world again. She's just sitting here with her billion thing. I'm already a millionaire. It's okay, Ann. Who gives a fuck? You're not sitting here saying that y'all support. You ain't got to sit here and even do the charity thing, but it's nothing that says, as far as right now they're talking about, how is your wealth helping your community? You see what I'm saying? Like, you better be careful because, some other people could be watching, if you know what I mean. Or what I'm not saying about, ganking your ass, but they can look at you differently for you to think like, you above beyond people. You have to remind yourself, I'm so much better than you. You see what I'm saying? Or she may not be physically wearing tiara, but that's kind of much how her ass is presenting herself because she is definitely over the top of the hill. Okay, in a minute, you better be careful because you're gonna roll down very hard. Okay, just having that mentality. So you got this scene, you got Brooklyn and her brother talking, and like, she's preparing for this marathon, which I don't know what the hell she's doing for charity. I don't even know what the hell she's doing it for, okay? She never seen this run. It turns out, actually, Benji was a runner, but as I said before, he seems to appear to be the fuck up. So he actually was a full-blown scholarship, because, he used to be a runner, sprinter, or something, but like I said, he used to be a runner's ass, so fucked it up, smoking up weed, bugging up everything, so he lost his scholarship, so he in a predicament that he is. But, him, like I said, him and Brooklyn just butt heads. And, they just talking about, doing a bear, just really just talking shit with each other, stuff like that. Brooklyn feels like she should be supported with this marathon. Yeah, like I said, Brooklyn is not a runner, she's not a jogger, she never said anything about it. Like I said, we're just looking in. Okay, we're just looking in too, okay? But there's nothing that indicates about why and how, she feels this is important for us, for her to even be marathon while people are there. So when she actually, make a long story short, when she goes there to the damn marathon, her ass didn't even register. So the only thing is she trying to say she's using a southern accent to get in. No, heifer. The only reason why, I don't mean to call her cow, but let's just say no. The only reason why she was able to get in anything, because that was the only thing left open. She was able to get the mini marathon, not the 2-mile marathon, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't, because she's trying to claim she couldn't run really because it was raining. She has a big bosom and she has a lot of weave on her head. Okay, I've seen a couple times when people run and, jogging up down, you drive past by and you see them sometimes even in snow dedicating. They sitting there just jogging with like their asses off, okay? So don't come me with that goddamn excuse. Your ass know the best you can do is a goddamn power walk. Who the hell's you fooling? Okay, so I'm just saying, so she already came 50 minutes late, and 15:50 still her ass was late as hell. So she again got reminded us about why nobody else came, because the only person came was Benji and his wife, right? So you got it prepared where you got the father and the boy, the potential prom date are meeting up, and if he wins, he's supposed to bring, take her to the prom, and he's also asking can he possibly, her be his girlfriend, Serene, whatever that child's name is, and they had showed an old picture, that actually, who knows who's gonna win, because Pops back in the day used to be on a basketball team. The time when basketballs used to have the shirts, the shorts are so short, the balls be probably hanging out the pants shorts. So that's when he was in basketball back in those days, okay? So, but the boy still ended up winning, and so he's supposed to be able to take the girl to the prom. So, what else happened? So yeah, so also too, Brooklyn goes on this blind date with these two guys, and it's the other girl who I was telling you that, was talking about. She was, a dusty hat for that's been 10 years abandoned in the back of the yard sale. And, they go to meet these guys, and it turns out, he's like being real confessional, because, the other one, the abandoned hat, I like to call her, because I don't remember her name yet, is sitting there telling us like, I, only had one boyfriend and stuff like that, whatever, and that's it. Okay. Okay, just because you had one boyfriend doesn't mean, okay, you know what I mean? You don't have to go nobody to be with that person, okay, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. So we got a Brooklyn, and it turns out because the guy she's talking to, the shiny bald head one, and kind of, with the slanted eyes and stuff a little bit. He's talking about, well, they never expressed about what the hell it was, but they did seem excited as hell, knowing I guess she has some, even though she wasn't supposed to do it herself, they just was thinking about, does she know something that's moving? Because homegirl was sitting there and said she used to run like some stripper cabaret, and the other sister used to be the bartender, and they used to, $20 in, blah, blah, blah. See, the problem is, I think they did it for a couple years, but I think obviously didn't have no license. She ended up getting arrested, went right on her birthday or something like the midnight because they busted in and stuff like that. But you just seen the dudes with smiles on their face and stuff, because he's like, he likes a girl, the guy, said she was talking about, hey, he likes a girl a lot. But I just thinking, when he says her stripper, Even though she didn't say she hadn't do anything to it. He just thought about, okay, I want to know, can you make the ass clap? That's just all I look, because they seem to smile, but you don't know if they're going to be talking or fucking or talking or fucking or both. Okay, next story. So, here's a big day when the girl's supposed to go to prom. Of course, Jewel has to over exaggerate again and come in the room and praising her and putting the blood of Jesus and everything, and Jesus, 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 and Jesus, Heavenly Father. Okay. And of course, the father then impregnated her because she's getting her makeup done and everything else and getting ready for the prom. And when they're getting ready to go and stuff like that, she, the dad, of course, let her know that he's coming in. And he got his daddy. There's her great granddaddy. Here's her daddy, her uncle. For her first two male cousins on the side that just both turned 21, and letting him know, like, we already know that. And the father had a confession. That's when he lost his virginity and stuff like that. Okay, it was in that Pinto on prom night. Okay, he also had to remind us, if I didn't say earlier, of course, about the thing about how you were poor. His dad had food stamps on the money clip and all this other stuff. Okay, anyways, so. Here they worried about her. This girl talking about, oh, my purity ring on. I guess a purity ring has special powers that I did not know about. That means when you have the purity ring on, that means automatically that is going to stop you, and it's going to hold you to keep your legs closed, or hold you to keep your zipper up if you're dude, and somehow, it will stop you from losing your virginity, or keeping your mouth closed and fingers to yourself, because other stuff can be done. And you know what I mean. So what I'm thinking is this there, because that's the main thing where I'm bringing up that for a reason. So of course they gave her original curfew at 1. I think somebody said 2, and then it was at 1. And then the girl calls for the stitch. Now the thing is, she's not 18 years old. I think the child's 17 years old. So you still, in most states, last time I checked, most of the time here in the U.S. That you supposed to, it's still a restriction when you're 17. You're not supposed to be able to actually stay out, really by yourself or nothing, But this girl gonna ask for a 3:30 curfew. Now what the fuck? I know the problem is way over there. What the hell do you have to do in order, talking about some dancing and stuff? What, you gonna learn to dance on the dick? Because other than that, what the hell is you going out that goddamn late for? For what? Seriously. Okay, and then the father agreed, because now he honestly, like I said, he do let Cyrene get away with everything and stuff like that, whatever. It seemed like what he couldn't do, or feels like he failed, or might look Brooklyn as a failure, he trying to save face with Cyrene. But like I said, he better be worried about somebody trying to cut Diamond. That's all right. So he ends up agreeing to it, even though Jewel's like, he has the last word, but I mean, that is biologically your dog. Not to say there's nothing wrong being a friend of things and stuff like that is, but if you didn't really feel comfortable about him extending it to that late and stuff like that, you should have said something. Still, instead of going back upstairs and reading some more and everything, and I'll get more, gold nuggets and stuff and whatever from the mines and stuff like that, all that shit. So, in other words, the girl comes back, and before then, he about to have her meet Uncle Bob, or they about to first get in some, role play with a nurse's outfit and stuff, but they realize they still have to wait for the baby. So the girl comes home. They never say what time that she came home, because like I said, the girl's able to stay till 3, but I wanted y'all to pay attention. I understand she must do a lot of sweating and stuff, and maybe they didn't put enough. I don't know if they still put sprays in her hair, but I'm just saying the hair looked extra sweaty. Looked like maybe she tried to cover it up and got a brush. And you could clearly tell that, first she tried to say, oh, I drink Kool-Aid. But, the only thing they think is, I'm giving sugar. And here the girl talking about some, I'm still a virgin just because she had the ring on. You could have fucked and still left the damn ring on. What difference does that make? Okay? Well, child, who is you fooling? Yeah, them, because she's able to get away with it. But I did notice she looked like she was limping a little bit, and possibly might need an Epsom salt bath, because her, losing her virginity and whatnot. I don't want to get into it, but like I said, we all, like I said, I ain't about to get into it, but she did look like she was limping a little out the room, so I'm the only one who noticed that, okay? It's like that burnt-ass chicken, steakish, hamburgerish meat, whatever the fuck that was. But yeah, so that's the things that I noticed out this thing. There was one daughter, I didn't see her name, that there was no model group, I don't know which kid or kids. It's only goddamn kids and stuff like that, or people that you have to remember. I didn't write them all down yet, and I probably won't. I'll just get used to my face. But yeah, that's my first take and what highlights or whatever. Like I said, the girl ends up going to a room, and I guess they post the parents supposed to have a happy evening or whatever the case is. So other than that, that's how the episode ends. And it's gonna be a hot ass mess season, and I can't wait honestly to take this child's damn tire off and my damn Zymans and call it a day. And I will see y'all in the next episode of season 1 of Thicker Than Blood, or Thicker Than Water, Thicker Than Blood, something. Okay, whatever it's called. I'll put in the description box though, because this is just too timeless. Episode 2 will be next one. Okay, make sure y'all comment, like, don't forget to subscribe if you want to share also too, make a favorite. But thank you, like I said, guys, for your support. I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care, y'all. Have a good night. And one more thing before I go. If y'all, I will, if anybody else is subscribed, is also, not, excuse me, twisted tongue. If anybody else is reviewing this show and it's a YouTuber I watch, whatever, I'll try to probably put them in the next video. Later on. So other than that, y'all, have a good night.